to my 9 for an awesome whooping spanking banger of a song, something called Jewish Limakani wabuya waisekela ngengoma yakhe ethi my qualify. Remember, if you want to become a part and parcel of the promotion that is being run by Meet Africa, send us a message now and let us know Uguti any 2 ways in which families can help can help protect local forests and grow more trees. From the deliberations that we had on the show, Wena Uzweni Utopeni Tumela Umlazo Wako 774-460-100. We're about to get into our Hustlers Lounge on a Tuesday, and we like to lounge up every Tuesday and Wednesday with a couple of hustlers born and bred in the city of Kings and Queens. Abantu Abawaz Wednesday. It could be in the arts, it could be in the business sector, it could be in farming. As long as you're a youth, it is your platform, it is your slot for you to come through and have these conversations right here in Namhlanje. We've got the man in the building right here in the city of Kings and Queens, in the station that Kings all stations. Locally, we've got Kingsville clothing up and about. My king, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Maybe Ngabafichane, before we do anything, talk to the people, let them know what's going on, who's in the studio, what's happening.
I go by the name of Orthodox Six, a rapper from City of Kings, Skyz, Bulawayo. Some people call it Skyz City, Blues, whatever you want to call it. I'm the brand founder and CEO of Kingsville Clothing. We've been nominated numerous times. Kuma Awards, Abo Hip Hop Awards, Abo PAA. Yeah. It's a urban clothing brand, and we usually support our artists in here. Bulawayo, whether rapper, singer, whatever you are, support.
Yeah. But all right, Orthodox. Maybe let's not talk about Orthodox as the hip hop head. But let's talk about the brand, man. Where did it come from? Coming up with saying, which you know what, I want to start this brand. And also, is it a strictly hip hop brand, or is it just an urban brand, or what's the thinking around it?
Kingsville Clothing is actually an urban brand. It's a unisex brand, actually, for the ladies and for the guys. The way it came up is always look at Kogama brands labo Fubu or Nike labo. So I thought to myself, why not come up with a brand where we are going to go, but at the same time it's standard, so every time when we do our thing, there's some standard. Instead of you kangeli fupu ule Kingsville, that one instead of you would kangeli Nike, there's Kingsville, which is equally good as what as these other brands. So that was the whole idea, to make an economically affordable brand, but at the same time, be premium.
Yes. So where can people get, branding yanko? Maybe before we get into that, walk us through the specifics of the branding. Is it only hats only? Is it t-shirts only? Is it jeans?
Lama cabs, hoodies, t-shirts, t-shirt dresses, bucket hats, as you're wearing a bucket hat right now. A whole lot of things, wristbands, whatever, because it's more of branding. We're taking it like the way you would brand into Zako. That's the way Kingsville is as well.
Nice. And where can people find some of the things that you've got?
You can holler me directly on 0772 618 716, or ube a hot on a Sly Complex La Paranga or Bulawayo, second floor, shop number 10. Tola Valley Brandy with Kingsville Clothing in Galagat.
Izwagali Kingsville Clothing Bangana, Izwagali Kingsville Clothing. We've got Orthodox in the building, and as you rightfully say, Duguti, you've been nominated as well a number of times, multi-nominations coming through. What does that mean for the brand on its own? I mean, look, let's not lie to each other, man. We're living in hard times, my friend. We're living in hard times, and COVID-19, and you're trying to push a brand, and things are not really going fine, and then boom, nominations come in. What does it mean?
Well, for me, it makes me feel people are recognizing what we're doing. And Jabuli Salam to get nominated, PAAs, Zim Hip Hop Awards. It shows what, even if you get nominated and not win, but you're not any nomination, recognition, no. we see what you're doing. And the brand also gets exposure from different platforms, and people tend to see it. And the last time when we won for best hip hop brand supporting local, amasales lawo actually enza akhuphuka lawo. So it helps.
Yeah.
It helps to a large extent. It does help.
Nice. We've got Orthodox in the building, Kingsville Clothing in the building, best brand supporting local hip hop again, 2021. Zim Hip Hop, what's up?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into a quick ad break. Masbuya, we're continuing our conversation right here with Orthodox and Kingsville Clothing. Don't forget to touch that dial. Don't touch it no other way. All right, if you've got any questions for Orthodox, he's in the building. If you've got any questions for Kingsville Clothing, he's in the building. Also, if you've got suggestions, I want to be solar. You know what I mean? If you've got suggestions on what he can do, what the brand can do in terms of growing the brand as well, hit us up 774-460-100. Snetaman, Sebu, Yungainda.
Spend our moments is the way we spend our lives. So why don't we?
So it's alright to make the very name. Mbona ukuthi phela singapho ufuna isikhala asewebharo. Ayise sabantu yano hello wa. Yeah, because we promoted abantu abanabo Kelvin, abo 800 abaningi.
All right, so bangane manje we are sitting out on the Hustlers Lounge with abantu with Skyz Metroidvan. Happens every Tuesday and Wednesday, and we give you the awesomeness of abantu abagiti, youths that are able to make the things, get the job done, get the posts done, and we're just trying to find out from them how they're able to get the things done. Hopefully you'll be inspired to get up and get something done, because we're not going to be living until 100 years. We're living for a short space of time. So that brilliant idea that you've got in your head, nobody's going to know about it unless and until you try and activize it. So we've got Kingsville Clothing in the building, and we're speaking to Orthodox. Okay, people are coming through on the WhatsApp line saying, "Go to yo, the King Orthodox, we missed your number." Maybe walk them through the number one more time.
Or the number is 0772 618 716. 0772 618 716.
All right, so that's what's up. And we're talking Kingsville Clothing, nominated once more under Wizim Hip Hop Awards for the best brand supporting local hip hop. And maybe whilst we're still there, walk us through some of the names that you've worked with in terms of branding, in terms of clothing. Do you have any artists of note that maybe you've endorsed or somehow? How then do you work with artists in terms of carrying the brand and carrying the hip hop culture as well?
Well, I've helped endorse people like the late King Kelvin, ASF, Take 5 from Harare, the 10 Diamonds, the Kuda K, the DJ from Harare, Tonla Rock from Kurumani FM. I don't know whether I'm supposed to say Kurumani FM. Yeah. Donna M.
Okay.
Skyz Metro.
Yeah.
Hey, Abadinga cool. I can just say almost all of Bulawa, if you're an artist, you've already passed through Kingsville Clothing. The store. Yes. Because the thing that made us maybe stop endorsing artists. You go to artist to any goals, it promote brand, but at the end of the day, the artist just takes the clothes, wears, does not mention anything about the brand, and does not do anything. So, Konolkana, a little bit of advice to these artists who come and say, put us through is endorse.
Put us on.
Yes, at least be serious. Make sure that you also put the brand out there, the platform, market it as well as you're marketing your own brand. So you see, most of these guys, they just want free clothing, but then the business aspect of it,
don't get it.
They don't get it.
And as we were saying also off air with you, there's issues to do with the endorsements for artists, because I feel like that's one of the biggest things that should be carrying a artist outside the music, outside the performances. They need to be able to be endorsed. Maybe as a brand owner and an artist as well, do you feel that look, artists were to are at that level now to say we were able to take up endorsements and run with them?
Yes, I do feel like a couple of artists are very serious about their craft, because now what you have to look at is umuntu lo yena how serious is he with the craft ayenzayo, because sometimes these days it's only social media and you have to be really feasible or visible on social media so that abantu bekubone, especially if you're a brand ambassador, which means ukuthi if people are giving you a product, first they check the numbers. Are your numbers compatible ukuthi ungasilethela any business ebantwini? So I think that's where we miss it ukuthi no promoter nini. Artists are crying that they need to be promoted, but then if we check your numbers ongayenza ishow, are people going to come to that show? Are you an influencer? Because now when we're looking for brand ambassadors, we're looking for someone who can influence. T-shirt is an influencer product. So that's why you see most of these companies, they don't associate with most of these artists because then they look at your numbers, they look at your Instagram, they look at your Facebook, they look at your Twitter and see what but when you're getting 1 like, 2 likes, you're not really able to draw. But then there are a couple of artists like Skyz, they've got the numbers. The Mzo Savers, they've got the numbers. The Sandan Develis, you see the late King Kelvin, Asif, they got that pool. He's wearing a Kingsville t-shirt. Like you see what I'm saying? He posts a picture on Instagram, that's 1,000 likes, 500 likes. So for us, people who want to need endorsements, those are some of the things we look at. And the work ethic of an artist. What are you doing? Are you just an artist who's just lazy and goes so artists push grind
and also there's the aspect we were corner industry artists tend to manage themselves, tend to do everything on their own, and you also are one of note who's running a brand, a clothing company on the side and running artist Yako Food on the side. Maybe let's talk about that to say, in today's generation, in today's world, how important is it for somebody to maybe, digress some of these things, give somebody to run your social media, give somebody to run your meetings or whatever? Why is that important in terms of growing the artist?
I think it's a double-edged sword. People nowadays, they want ownership of their music, their royalties for the next generation and their next generation. So now, sometimes I come in as okay, you're a rapper, but now you're broke. You need videos, you need bookings for interviews, you need to travel to Harare, travel to SA, what I'm providing all that. But at the end of the day, I'm owning most of your stuff. When you're no longer the owner of anything, because means that 2% or 10% of whatever we're making. You get the point. So sometimes the independent way is a bit difficult, but then at the end of the day, you're able to own into something. You own your YouTube, you own all your pages. So that's why you see some of the big artists. I'll give you an example of this artist from SAMT, Wabali dispute with his record label. The record label took down most of his videos on YouTube. Was selling a seller loot. But then we have millions of views and I'm royalties, I'm residues from YouTube. They're going to the record label, not you. Yeah. So sometimes it's important for you to be independent, but at the same time, it's a bit difficult for you to be independent. That's why you need these record labels to push you and make you visible. Universal Nigeria, Botswana, states, you're getting these tours and stuff like that. So you find out who with 10% local. So it depends. I think it's a personal decision. Do you want that or you want to go the corporate way? One of my endorsements, because these record labels, they put you my endorsements, adverts, TVs, whatever, they put you there. But mind you, if you're hustling on your own, You find you're broke, you don't have data, you can't even pay for a standard MTV based video. You see, so it becomes a bit difficult. So it's a tricky situation, especially in our economy. I'm finding good artists are struggling. So sometimes you need pick up companies on and on.
All right, so yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Orthodox in the building, Kingsville clothing representative, and he's the one who saw my cruise. Yeah, saw my cruise. Say your words in the building. But yeah, our time is running out. Maybe words of advice, because you know what I like. I'm gonna be honest about it. What I like about your hustle is because of the fact that when it comes to hip hop, and what you've been doing via hip-hop, where you've started, even now, it's been on a constant, we've always known what our Orthodox, regardless of the changes that were happening, with the music, new elements coming in, etc., but you've always kept yourself as Orthodox, and then now there is the brand side, and also the constant that we're seeing here. We're seeing the same consistency with the brand, because it's always been there, supporting hip hop, supporting local music, and always it's been there, even up to date. Now, maybe what words of advice can you give to a young right now, school, or listening in, or going home, they've got an idea, maybe they want to start a juice company, maybe they want to start something, and it is what they love, but they've got doubts here and there. What words of advice can you give them in 2 minutes?
The word of advice I'll give to these young kids out there is, first, before trying to pursue your passion, just concentrate at school. Try and concentrate on a school, because us, when you started rapping, we were mixing school rap mix up one part. But then at the end of the day, our vision is as loud as we're gonna go multi-platinum, get signed at Universal. Oh my God, we're gonna do all these things. But then life hits you with another reality. So the other thing I wanted to say is, the other reason why this Kingsville clothing came about is hip hop. You know why? If you want to take a closer look at it, okay, you get the point. Hip hop, you now sit when rapper directly. There's no money. These guys, they make money through what? Brands. You can see Puff Daddy together Sean John. You see Jay-Z Rockaway. You see Dame Dash, Amadele, about Rick Ross. These guys have got different type of businesses they do besides music, because music, it's a difficult game, because right now Google Corona akula show, you don't have any type of business. So I always like to tell people that if you're a musician or whatever you're doing, try to find a business, engage about, try to provide be a service provider. Don't just stick to music, because sometimes music is subjective. Ulalele gospel. But I'm a rapper, but at the same time I've got a baker. You need bread every day. Definitely you're gonna come and support the business. So that's what I always try to advise these guys with. Okay, no, follow your passion. You want to be a musician. Yes, but try to find something else out there. At the same time, when you push passion, so engage in business. I always advise artists that noma ungazothwa best rapper, best singer, uzapontsha kuphela, because in music itshona itshintsha, sekulama piano kathesi waba le digong, waba le gqom, you see it changes. So if I'm now sticking to gqom, sekulama piano, I'm out of the system already. You see, you get the point. But if I'm in business of selling eggs, you eat breakfast every day. So you're safe. So guys, let's just engage in business. Now school, just concentrate on your school and follow your passion afterwards.
Proper stuff. Thank you, the main man, Orthodox in the building, Kingsville clothing as well. We've run out of our time, but I'll ask you to write down my handles, Wako, so that after the news, you'll be able to give our people, so that they can be able to follow you and the brand as well. And good luck as well on the nomination by the Hip Hop Awards, Best Brand Supporting Local Hip Hop. top of the hour, 5 o'clock is our time. Sivala la Hustlers Lounge yethu singene khona kundaba ngolimi lesingisi mayindaba.
You're talking about it. We're talking about it. Time for the news on the big 100.3 FM.
That clip is playing. It gives output. I don't know. This is the news. I am Atafadzwa Mukome.